On medium-high heat, turn on your stove, again with your deep pan or wok. Drizzle some oil on the bottom of the wok. If you have it, get your Chinese sausage. And at this point, you should have cut your Chinese sausage, and these are about 4 lengths, into just like coins. This is what I meant by coins. We're gonna cook the Chinese sausage first for just a couple minutes. Now for the pancit recipe, I suggested you get cabbage, snow peas, and carrots. You really could use any vegetable you like. Those are vegetables I personally like that I think make the pancit. People use onions. I don't like onions in my pancit, but I prefer those vegetables. If you like carrots, so use carrots. I know my sister puts mushrooms in hers. So at this point, snow peas and carrots. This is also a great way to use like the bags of like shredded carrots that you find in the store, or you know how you go to like Trader Joe's or in the produce section, you see like the coleslaw mix. A great way to use the coleslaw mix is in pancit. Okay, that's good. Now let's add your cabbage. Okay, it's gonna cook down. Everything is fine. You're just gonna toss that in. The heat from the pan is gonna help wilt the cabbage a little bit. I know my friend Ashley, she was like, are we supposed to soak our noodles first? Because like, if you see like they come hard, it's all fine. Put your noodles in. We're gonna cover it with the poaching liquid from the chicken or chicken broth. Let's see how much we need. So I'm gonna literally lay it like this. Like put some vegetables on top of it. Okay. Remember that poaching liquid we used? Now is a good time to get that and pour it on top of your noodles. So see all that white gunk? That's what I should have skimmed up. Everything's fine. At this point, you see like that poaching liquid was not enough. If you have chicken broth, get your chicken broth out. If you don't, use water. If you do have chicken broth, get it out now. I'm pouring so that it reaches a little bit to the top of those noodles. So I'd say about a cup of liquid you want total in the pan right now. If you had turned down your heat because you were like, oh my gosh, everything's burning, it's time to turn it back up. Turn it up. Kids say that now. At this point, there's gonna be some liquid on the bottom. Try to toss it. If it's hard to, it's fine. But you want to get those noodles submerged in the bottom of the pan with the liquid, okay? At this point, you should be still on medium-high heat. Cover your pan. Just gonna let that hang out for a second. Look at your pancit. You're gonna see if you did have your heat on high, you're gonna see that the noodles are starting to soften just a little bit. You're gonna see.
All right. If we don't have chicken broth, how much water should we be adding on top of the noodles?
How much? About a cup.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, you see how I have liquid on the bottom of my pan, and like some of the noodles that's touching the liquid is getting a little bit soft. That's good. We are cooking. So now we're gonna add our soy sauce and our patis to season. And this added liquid is gonna help further cook the noodles. You should be on high heat for your pancit. And like the lumpia, I like a lot of pepper in my pancit. You're finding a lot of like Asian cooking, people use white pepper. I don't have white pepper, I just use black pepper. So give it a little toss. So like at this point, the noodle should be pull apartable, you know? So like start stretching them out so that they could be fully incorporated with the mixture, like the vegetables and the Chinese sausage. And if it's too much liquid at this point, that's fine. It's gonna be absorbed into the noodles and evaporate out. You're fine. So you see I'm pulling it apart. It's looking good. Okay, at this point, put your chicken in. Okay, let's taste, everyone. This is the texture that you're looking for in the pancit. So at this point, it should be softened and good. And let's taste it. So I just tasted my pancit. There's a little chew to it. You don't want that chew. If you taste a little chew, you don't want that chew. You're gonna need a little bit more time to cook down, so it's not that chewy. It needs to be soft. It's not like a pasta where it like should be al dente. I personally think it tastes phenomenal, but I think it needs a little bit more soy sauce and a little bit more pepper. Some of the liquid is evaporated out. The noodles soften. You're gonna keep tasting it to see if it's softened and seasoned to your liking. Like you've made this once, so next time you find that you want to use a different type of vegetable or leave out the meat altogether, you could do it now. You know how to make it. Okay, let's taste again. The consistency is great. The seasoning is on point. Yeah. That's how it should look.